Darren Marchant with American Nomad News. Well, I got done exploring the park, and the water fountain is turned off for the winter, it looks like. So no water to cook top ramen. No point in starting a fire in the grill. So we're gonna head out. It was a nice little exploration. And I'm heading up on, looks like Acadia. I may need some direction to point me out of this place. I probably have to turn right at this moment. Some guy's doing, oh, he's doing that photograph. Oh no, he was there. I turned. Okay, so I'm on the right track. Hopefully, right. I walked right past this spot. Real estate guy. Big black dog. How's your buddy doing?
Good. How are you?
Another day on the planet. All thanks to God, one day at a time.
Amen. Amen.
He's a big one.
He is.
What's his name?
Carter?
Can I say hi to Carter?
You may.
Hi,
Just
Mr.
don't-
Carter.
Just don't bend over.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Carter. How are you doing?
Okay, you can bend over now. At first, I never know. He used to growl at people when they bent over at first. So
He got startled by him.
I guess
Somewhere
I don't
along the
know.
line, he's getting a little more used to him.
He can tell if he doesn't trust a person, I don't trust a person.
And people can be having different states of being. Like if you're a little bit tense, your muscles and your pheromones and your body language and even your heart sounds will all change. And he can hear and smell better than we can.
Yeah.
So
I trust him. He's protected me several times.
my mom or my aunt Mary up in Oklahoma, she was telling a story about a dog they had called Spud, who was a brindled bulldog. We called him Spud because he could lick his own forehead. His whole face was black, so it was always wet and wrinkly. And of course, dogs have bad breath, and the wet fur smelled like wet dog fur.
Ew.
So he was Spud, like the rotten spud in the back of the pile. But he was a super loyal dog because they found him all beat up in a ditch. Apparently somebody had tried to make a fighting dog out of him. And he just became super loyal to the family. And my Uncle Bill used to mess with him all the time because the nieces would come over and Uncle Bill would mess with the nieces or his grandkids. And he'd go, oh, I'm going to get you like this. And the dog would get all confused because he doesn't know who to defend, right? Right? Uncle Bill, who he's totally loyal to, and the little kids are like, they're little kids, come on. You know? And so he would grab a hold of Uncle Bill's pant leg. Uncle Bill would just laugh the whole time. And he'd growl and he'd drag Uncle Bill around like, you don't get to mess with the girl. And Aunt Mary this is the outskirts of Tulsa, in the sticks a little bit, where sometimes when there's a crime, that's kind of one of the places people go to be quiet and just do their thing that's not good.
Okay.
And so she kept a pistol in her purse. And she said that when the two dobies attacked her, she didn't have time to get the pistol out of the purse before Spud had both of them dead.
Wow.
And there was some neighbor that was like just letting them breed in her yard, kept throwing cans of dog food out. You know the drill, right?
Yeah.
Bad discipline.
Yeah.
And these dogs got out and they're kind of half feral. You can't really even blame the dogs.
Right.
Because what are you going to get? Dogs need training and they need humans to lead for them. And cats are different. We keep cats around because they kill all them critters that get into the grain.
Right.
And if we love on them and check them for health on a regular basis, they're like our immune system. They keep us healthy, keep diseases away from our houses and stuff.
Right.
But I always think about Spud. He was so funny because he didn't have a mean bone in his body, and you could go after him like this, and he'd cower, like, don't mess with me. But if you messed with any of the people that was part of that little group,
Yeah.
he was all over it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So they can be amazingly loyal and just super
Well,
fun.
we get deliveries, and he's fine, no problem. But this one time, we got a delivery from Amazon, and the guy was getting out of his car, and he went ballistic. And he doesn't put out much energy.
Yeah.
But he was jumping up on my front door, pounding it like he was going to knock the door down. So I told the guy, I said, just leave it on the front porch. We'll get it later. Didn't even open the door.
Yeah, the classic mailman routine. Well, you guys have a blessed day.
You too.
It was super nice talking to you.
Yes.
I went back to find the park and cook some top ramen, but the water fountain's turned off for the winter.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I live about a mile that way. You're welcome to.
No, I know a spot I can get some water, and I might come back later and cook up some top ramen or go and do something else for the day. What day is it, by the way? I lost count.
Today's Friday,
I thought so.
November the 27th.
Yeah, I knew the time of November, but I transposed I wasn't certain of my day.
Yeah.
And so keeping up with things.
Do you still have family in Tulsa?
Aunt Mary's gotten senility and is old and kind of grumpy. And her daughter and surviving daughter and 2 kids from that are around, but I don't know them very well. And I'm just down in Texas having a good time hiking all over the place, looking at things, running my YouTube channel, American Nomad News.
American Nomad News.
Yes,
I'll have to
I
Google
do
that.
homeless cooking segments. I've been out on the street since 2012. I'm recording right now. I got 7 minutes. YouTube only lets me do 15-minute segments because I don't have a phone. So I keep them under about 10, 12 minutes. Hit the button. That's segment number 4 of whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just having fun going around filming random stuff and talking about
I've already
things.
forgotten what you told me. I'm terrible at memories.
American Nomad News. I think I've got a whole 22 subscribers and maybe 300 views with all the videos I've done.
American Nomad
Nomad News.
News.
Look it up on YouTube. Subscribe.
Okay.
And if there's any like bad language or whatever in there, just put in the comments, hey, be nice.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
All right.
But you guys have a great day. It's been
You
super
too.
fun. What's your name again, buddy?
Carter.
Carter. I like Carter. He's an old soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you like fireplace mantles.
But I'm serious. If you're over on Billy Creek, I'm 420. My husband's home today, so I'm not.
No, I'm good. It's just nice to meet a neighbor on the walk through everything. I spent a year in Detroit. I just walked from Tempe, starting out in 107-degree temperatures. Walked through LA, over Hollywood and Beverly Hills, down to the beach,
Yeah.
up to San Luis Obispo.
Is your jacket warm enough?
Oh yeah. This thing back here is a giant hoodie that fits over everything, including my backpack.
Okay. All right.
So I stay warm.
Okay. Well, I have some coats I could give you.
No. This is nothing compared to Detroit. At this time of year in Detroit, when I was there, you know that snow that fell down 4 days ago and it's still drifting across the ground? And it's like sand when
Yeah.
it hits you?
Yeah.
It's so crispy dry that all the concrete spalls. Like the water in the concrete, just a little tiny bit of water, is enough to freeze, and you get little pits all over the sidewalk about that big around. It's that cold in Detroit.
Wow.
And they put salt on everything.
Well, that's why I don't live up north.
It's-
I'd like to go further south, but my husband says this is it.
If you guys ever want to do a vacation, I spent the winter in Fort Lauderdale, Florida,
Mhm.
once on a hiking trip. I did I did a lot of miles through Florida.
Right.
And it was 80 degrees all winter with exotic trees everywhere. And the beaches were fun. There's certain beaches you don't want to swim in. They're on the Gulf, but on the Pacific side, it's really nice. And go down there and check that stuff out sometime on a vacation. You'll really like it.
So much.
I had a great time, and I was homeless. And it's not a place for hitchhikers or homeless much, because there's alligators everywhere. They're
I think you just lost me.
no, actually, in the habitated areas, people are totally on top of that's part of
Okay.
the thing. And if you see a little blue jellyfish on the beach, don't touch it. That one will sting you pretty good.
Okay.
But in general, Florida is amazing, especially if you go if you're just doing the tourist thing and you don't want to do the brave adventure like I did. Like Miami and all up those beaches, they're really nice. There's some super exclusive richy neighborhoods a little bit north of there, and there's the NASA launch system stuff.
Uh-huh.
So there's some little towns. I went into an airport there that was just open. You could go walk right in. You didn't have to get x-rayed or whatever. It's just a little utility airport right across the water from the island where they have the NASA thing. And the bathrooms were all decorated in space patterns in tile, in those little tiny tiles.
Oh, cute.
So it was really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm an old space fan. So yeah. But you have a great day. It was
You too.
fun talking
It was
to you
sure
guys.
nice talking to you. What's your name?
Darren,
Darren. I'll pray for you, Darren.
thank you very much. I'll pray for you too.
Thank